The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Well, there you are. So what do we get to do right now? Main thing right now is what? Tablet and pen time. Today's date. See, everything I do want to do steps, rules, and tools. I want to follow through and accomplish a goal. Biggest thing, most people, they procrastinate. Half the world's freaking lazy. The next thing is they don't follow through. Today, we're going to give you some rules and tools. On that tablet and pen, write down today's date. This is live. If you have a question or two, type it out. We'll answer that question too. Next thing I want you to think about is no pictures or recording, because everything you do is a mindset. Understanding how to play the game to win. Now from there, it's like this. See, basically in 1981, highest kick, fastest kick on planet Earth. No problem. What did I do? Accomplished the goal. See, I believe see it, believe it, go get it makes sense to me. That's what I've done all my life. When I wrote my first blueprint, I call it see it, believe it, go get it, blueprint for success. So would you like some goodies today? That's the ultimate thing. Get some goodies. Goodies for me are basically measuring what I need. But the problem I had is that loan to value problem. Every time I turned around, they tried to give me a bad time. Well, for me, a division process solved my problem. The mindset is here. I look at this picture right here, and what I did is hit my head. The light is 13 feet. My ass is high as a 6-foot locker. But my mindset was very simple. If I could touch it, I could kick it. See, I can raise my hand this way, so can you. So if you could jump to hit the basketball hoop with your fingertips, the hoop or the little net, the net's 9 feet, the hoop's 10 feet. Well, if you can touch it, you can kick it. That's how I broke it down for me, and that's why I could kick the lights. But again, remember, I kicked the door jam at 10, then the basketball hoop at 14 and a half at T. Wicker Junior High. So I believe we could all think about one thing: see it, believe it, go get it. I go after all my goals. I want you to do the same thing. Every goal you have, there are 38 steps. So understand this. If you make a goal list today, every goal you have is 38 steps to go get it. You have to fight through the pain to get it through, because it seems like the world's trying to knock us down. That's no fun, but it happens all the time. So what do we get to do? Next thing, we have to hear things 8 times. We have to hear something 8 times to master it. Then when we apply knowledge, what do? We have to understand, because we have thousands of questions as it works. So you could become and do this as a routine. But again, it's like anything else for me. When I was 17 and a half and having that $32,000 in the bank and having fun with this and millions over here and over there, it's like crazy time. 22,000 payphones, 19 houses. What did I do? I had a problem. They wouldn't let me get number 20. I transferred the property to my divisions for the loan to value problem. Then I called it auto income. I didn't really think about passive income, residual income, well, the words they're using today. I just thought about auto income. By the way, the auto income monthly should be at $10,000 to $100,000 a month in the beginning. That's just in the beginning. then all we got to do is basically increase it all the time. All right, so rags to riches, that was me. I got born in a taxi on the way to Guardian Hospital. They didn't want me. Now, what is your problem? The biggest problem you're going to have is probably money. No, I know you're 45 to 75 years old. Okay, well, let's see. All right, McDonald's. All right, what happened? 52 years old. KFC, 65. So I don't think you're winning the lottery getting a raise. But if you like, and if you're ready, I'll get you to CFO level. CFO, $100 million of credit if you want. How about 1,000? How about 50? What do we have to start with today? The goal is simple. The goal for you is to reach your highest goal ever. All right, and what you want to do is get goodies. I like having $1 million Lamborghinis. They're not mine, they belong to the corporation. $100 million buildings, mansions in the harbor, U-Docks, yachts, and Ferraris. It's kind of fun. And don't forget the Lamborghinis. See, a corporation with division process would make sense. So today, what I'd like to do is repackage you. Now, I believe you're doing it wrong and I'm doing it right. So I want to redo you like Humpty Dumpty. That's why I called it Repackaged in America, only in America and incorporated in you years ago. Because I want to rebuild you my way. So let's think. If we're going to be a CFO, we have to do that personally and business-wise. That means personally, as a CFO, we need 100,000 of personal credit. You're going to think maybe that's too much. Let's understand how I broke it down. All cards need a sticky in the back of the card. We have to write down the limit of the card. See, when you got that $10,000 card, you were all excited. Look, we got $10,000, honey. Then you maxed it out, dropped your score, got stuck, couldn't get it anymore. You hocked your house and you brought the pain home to you and your family too. No, all cards fluctuate. But two, if we have a $10,000 card, only uses $2,900. These don't fluctuate. This means this is basically maintaining and setting up a 750 score. 750. There's no reason somebody should have less than that. They look at rules and tools how to do something. But the problem is they jacked up the wrong card. They had an emergency. Instead of asking them to increase the limits, they jacked it up and got stuck. Using the right card can actually save your life. But again, that $100,000 of credit, 29% rule, what I did for me, it gave me 71,000 of safety credit. Because you have no shit day, week, month, or year. Sorry, we all go, oh shit. That's how it works. The next thing is a corporation. Corporation should have 250,000 of credit. Then it should have 3 divisions, so it can turn that into $1 million and more. So I'm going to say 3 to 9 divisions, the ultimate goal. Now, auto income should be that again, 100,000 to 500,000 a month. We got to start somewhere, 5 to 10,000. What we got to do next is simple. We have to do asset protection. We have to protect our house and our family. Take a picture of that right now. That would make you a CFO if you let me do this with you or for you. I can help you, guide you, or I can do all the work for you too. It's going to be up to you. Now, I'm a firm believer of the truth. And one of my books is called Bullshit Doesn't Pay Your Bills. You see, the reality is there's a lot of BS out there. Blah, 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 blah. Or they know a piece, not the whole pie. I was lucky I was being used and abused as a kid. God gave me the whole pie. So 87% of you have excuses. Sorry, but you do. Next thing is if I told you, give me $2,500, I'll give you all your goals, you're going to go find the $2,500, right? Your answer would be yes, I can find that. See, you got to want something bad enough to go get it. The problem with that yes, it was about 5 minutes, it became a no. See, your biggest problem is you keep going up and down like a yo-yo and guessing. But again, rules and tools. For instance, Bill and Katie. Bill's an engineer, Katie's a school teacher. All right, nice people, kind of boring, but that's okay. I rebuilt their credit to 730 in 62 days. Next, I got them an American Express personal business card. Next thing we have is 65,200 personal credit, 112 days. So here, 145,000 of business credit, 165. What did we do? I told them if you want a blueprint loan, that could be basically Stellar Bank, that could be Chase, or even American Express. Give me your American Express Platinum card. Let me exercise that in my corporation, and I'll do a division of your corp under my corporation so I can use my history as my bank for you too. And that was very simple. We got to do that for 90 days. You know what happened next? They got a blueprint loan for $234,000. See, that way they can write a check, all right, for what I call auto income storage unit. 1.2 million, the down payment's 110,000. So they can write a check to go get it. Monthly income is 18,350 under a division, of course. Next, we had to look at basically what? 2 more in escrow. So by the time we only had 3 storage units, because that's what I did since I was 19. So July, guess what? 76,625. So $76,625 monthly income. Kind of fun. So what are we trying to do? Well, that's $919,500 per year. We're trying to get to the first million. Then there's a car which they got in escrow as well, $26,000 a month. So it's very simple. What they did in a year, in 62 days, literally they got to the point that they got what? Auto income, almost $110,000 a month, and that's 1.3 per year. And all they started with is a what? $2,500. So in other words, they used a credit. I built them and built them and built them and built them. They used a credit to basically what? Finance the dream. So basically, that's what every one of you should do as I build you up and away. But again, you got your own ideas as well. So what do we look at? Let's say I want a line of credit at the bank. Well, the bank wants you to have a 2-year corporation and divisions. You don't have it? Let me know. I have them in stock. I can help you do that as well. So here's what I call a blueprint loan. Here's what I call a blueprint call. Here's what I call part of coaching. See, what happens is for you, I would like to blueprint you personally. That means husband and wife and partner of life on the phone. Past, present, and future, good, bad, ugly. You have a bankruptcy, you have a tax lien, you ever mess up chasing American Express? See, I need the answers to these questions. Then family, corporation, and divisions. All right, irrevocable trust, because we have to plan to die as we plan to live. See, we have probate attorneys because people were so silly and dumb, they just spend $25. From there, the car shouldn't even be yours, it should be a division. House should never be bought through you, but you did escrow close, homestead trust, you forgot the homestead and the trust. By the way, the house should have been bought through the trust in the first place. Auto income, cash flow fee per time in my book 49 years ago. So if you allow me to get on that phone with you and your partner of life, all right, we're going to basically re-blueprint you my way. Then I'm going to give you the rules, tools, and the steps. We're going to do it my way instead of your way. Sorry, I think your way sucks. You didn't make the $1 million dream, did you? This year, she'd run, and you don't look back. The goal is to write down, I will accomplish my goals, and don't think about it, just do it. From there, we have to look at chapter 18 here. What does it say? A corporation's a legal person. I learned that when I was 7.5 years old, listening to a silly poker game. I rode my bicycle down to the Torrance Police Department. Next door is a library. Man, what does this mean? She was rude to me. She walked away 5 minutes later. Here's a mic. It's a bug. She was kind of, yeah. You know what I didn't pay attention to? What I just circled. It may sue or be sued. So the ultimate goal, what do we get to do? Now, here's my problem on the bottom there. Business Professional Code 17983. When I was 9.5, I got stuck right there. It bothered me. I knew something was wrong. See, I sent away $10 to the Secretary of State of California. My corporation at that time is Helping Hand Industries. Now, if you paid for a corporation to an attorney, CPA, and corporate service, I'm going to call that silly and dumb. Who didn't learn diddly squat? Helping Hand costs $10. Nowadays, that corporation, $30. I got named the movie Day, by the way. You see, I got $100,000 of credit in the mail. It freaked us all out. People and credit cards and corporations got it all the time. When I started the Orange County Blind Center, I got named in a lawsuit. Scared the you-know-what out of me. That proved to me when they sue the corp, they sue you. That kind of sucks too. So never bring the pain home. So the big lie, I'm going to tell you the truth. I believe if your corporation is sued, they're going to sue you and you're going to bring the pain home and screw it up again. I believe flat out it's true that when you sign for a car of a corporation, you guaranteed it. And then the lease of a building. Next thing is a credit card. See, I believe when you sign something on behalf of a corporation, when they sue it, they sue you because they do. See, the bankruptcy code says what? Federal Protection Act. It's public record. I'm not here to be CPA attorney. But the reality is if you bankrupt your corp, they're going to get you because you signed for the paperwork. 1987, Ken Yarbonai, he was security chief at TRW, became Superior in 96. We wrote a book called File Segregation. I didn't like it. All right, it seemed like it was just a little shade of gray. Ken says, well, your divisions take you up to 6 months to 3 months. Hey, if I can file something under the corporation and publish it, and the IRS gives me a tax ID, I'm going to do that every day. See a division of me. So the reality of today, if we look at cities, grocery stores, banks, what do? Draw that diagram in front of you. See, the bank has a branch number. The grocery store has a store number. Cities file bankruptcy as well. See, when they file bankruptcy, they don't bring the pain home like you. Why don't you have a corporation, 3 divisions of you? You have that to try, because that way you don't bring the pain home. So we can look at banks, grocery stores, cities, and Geico and City, Sam's Club, how about Walmart? But again, what is the goal? To never bring the pain home. But you have to learn the rules and tools. So you can become a certified CFO if you want to. The main thing is the mindset. All right, see it, believe it, go get it, and get to the $1 million dream. That would be the ultimate goal as we do these things as well. So as we're going to play this game, what do we get to do? We're going to look behind that curtain every time. That's the ultimate goal, looking behind that curtain. So the bottom line is, I'd like you to make sure you always write down, see it, believe it, go get it. The ultimate goal, what you're trying to do for you. Now the list is what we're trying to do. See, this is a list. I believe you can't reach your goal without your list. It's a goal list. But the problem you have with the goal list, you need daily and weekly activity, and the product list as well. So what happens is, I like to do the list for you. I like to put you in coaching as well. I like to help you get to the first million. But again, that's up to you. So I'm one of God's examples. I think we all are. We all go through good and bad and ugly too. But hopefully my story can help you a little bit too. So from here, we got July 4th, 2009. I got 3 yachts in the backyard, corporation worth $3.7 billion of goodies. Everything I touched turns to gold. What did we do? We took one of the yachts out the backyard to watch the fireworks. Next thing is what? I got to go in a coma. I actually died at 5:41. Kind of sucks too. So why don't you Google that address today and find out I'm telling you the truth. There I am in that coma. I can hear everything going around. My wife calls Ron at my office, a district manager. Very simple. What does he do? Instead of helping her, he drives a U-Haul truck down to the office to steal the books and CDs. The ultimate goal. Next thing from there, my tax attorney tricks her to sign a POA. The nurse asked my wife if I was a donor. They're going to take out my heart and take it away. But I was given a choice that day to stay in peace or go back. So I said go back. The machine went beepity beep and it scared the nurse because she dropped her clipboard. See, we got choices, and I don't believe in excuses. I've been in 2 comas in my life so far. First, I was 5.5 and crippled for life. Jesus said, get up, got up. Last time they're working on me in 2004, all right, basically, 2009. And what are we going to do? Well, the reality is I had to come back. I look at it this way. I got to move 24 times by the time I'm 11.5 years old. Kind of terrible. A lot of lousy people. I've been shot. I've also been knifed. So the reality is we got choices, all right, but then we can't feel sorry for ourselves. We need to see it, believe, and go get it. But again, that's where I come in to help you and guide you every step of the way. I call that my big old shit day 15 years ago in a coma. One of my clients said, hey, no more fireworks and yachts. But again, that happened to me. See, we all have a sad story to tell. The ultimate goal is very simple. Since I was a little kid being used and abused, when someone asked me a question, I always said always good. See, what it did for me is it shut them up. They left me alone. I didn't realize that would be something I'd say all my life. So if you talk to me any given time, you ask me how I'm doing, I'm going to say always good. By the way, that's a mindset. Always good. So the reality is, thank you, Jesus. So we got to realize the devil's trying to knock us down and take it away. The ultimate goal is God's delays aren't God's denials. So if we look at this correctly and we pay attention today, you'll find out your biggest mistake is not understanding you signed an SS5 form. That's right, to get your SSN in 1040. That's what you did when you're 14 to 16. Now, if you didn't do it, that means mommy did it for you in 1971 when Nixon took the gold standard out. See, SS5 equals SSN in a 1040 tax return. See, it's called We the People. Social Security card. Let's compare SS5 to SS4. Line 1 in front of you says legal name of entity, individual person. So we're entitled to 3 divisions of ourselves if we wanted to. 3 chances to try. Well, as long as we're trying, we're not dying. If we're not trying, we might as well be dead. But if you don't file your tax returns, that means you're a crook. Go to prison. Wesley Snipes did for 3 years and 18 million out of his pocket. And you're going to go, Wesley who? So don't be a crook. Why don't you go to irs.gov today? And why don't you download the 1244 for your corporation? See, we got to plan the problem. There's that SS5 equals SSN 1040. That's how they connect the dots. All right, you didn't pay attention. And that Social Security card, it says on the back of it, do not laminate, don't carry with you, don't use for ID purposes. And it actually says property assessment administration, not you. So we got to understand rules and tools so you don't bring the pain home again. Next, that SSN is for the 1040 tax return. That's all it's for. And you got to never bring that pain home again. But what did you do? First job you ever had, you looked at your first paycheck. Where's my money? You went to HR, and what did you find out? Well, the IRS gets their cut, you get the leftover. See, we're ducks and sheep. We don't have to be, but again, what happens with you is you got to understand rules and tools and learn how to play. But again, it's called we the people. So do yourself a favor, irs.gov 1244. Now, if you got an LLC, you can call the office, I don't have a corp. You actually do. From there, you got a C corp. What do you get to do? Turn them into S. Single filing offset almost all the tax, up to about $3 to $5 million. Here, I believe this is what you did. You sat at the kitchen table with your friends and family, and you said, honey, I want to start a business. And what are we going to do? We're going to jack up our cards, drop the score, get stuck, can't get any more, hawk our house, and bring the pain home to you and me. Be stupid. Well, this is what people do every day. Your problem is your lack of knowledge is your stupidity. You're not stupid. What you did was stupid. And the reality is you got choices, but it's going to be up to you if you want to play the game to win. That's one of my series that I wrote 49 years ago, too. So I don't have a magic wand. So the reality is just the truth. It will set you free. Lack of knowledge is the stupidity of man or woman. People do stupid things. So I'm going to guarantee what I say I'm going to do in writing for you. All right, as long as you're part of the program, and you have to follow the rules and tools, which means you cannot jack up credit cards. Okay, you cannot apply during the program. You want to add history to you and corporation divisions. I don't want you to apply. They say you're pre-approved, you're really not. If you crash your wrap or rescore and screw up my program, I want you to be responsible and blame yourself. I will charge you a fee to restart it again, or I'll close your case. That's just the truth. So if you got a collection account, let's do this. There's 5 ways to kill a debt. If irs.gov, in case you didn't file your tax return, you have a problem there too, they have a magic form, 656, 433 A and B. So the ultimate goal, what do we get to do? Simple. Let's balance our score so we can get more. See, you're doing this bit, you got to stop it. You're playing the up and down show. There's no fun on that. So TRW, Thomas Raymond Woolridge, all right, made bicycle parts out of Savannah, California. All right, that was 11 parts wrong anyway, became a superior in 96. When I drew the first one of these, it was good, fair, or hell no. There's only 2 cards that don't fluctuate. So if we want to maintain 750, we got to take away all our excuses. We're going to learn to raise rules and tools. That's the ultimate goal. So let's understand today. I need you to call 888-567-8688. Please do that right away. What I want you to do is understand they sell the mailing list, all right, for voters, cable bill. They even sell the corporation list too. So if you call that number today, right in front of you, opt out 5 years or a lifetime, you can actually protect some of your privacy and slow down the junk mail and some of the robocalls too. Now, the next thing we have to understand is this. I would like you to understand to balance your debt. If all cards fluctuate going up and down like a yo-yo, and all of a sudden these cards here do not fluctuate at all, it means you jacked at the wrong card if you have shady credit. I know you had an emergency, you lost your job. Reality is you should have increased your limits before you had backed yourself in a corner, and these can be maxed out to unlimited up to $1 million. See, bad time doesn't last forever. Usually a week, 2, 3 months, maybe 6 months to a year. But again, you have the ability to maintain 750 no matter what you go through. Choice is simple. Help me, help you, and help other people too. We have a referral program. We have an affiliate program. You have the ability to play. Now understand, what did you do again? You lost your job, had an emergency, you jacked up the wrong darn card. I'd like you to write down, I'm willing to sacrifice a division, not the corporation, not my family, and I have no intent to do fraud. I'd like to get you basically your cake and eat it too, using Ray's rules, become a certified CFO, and never bringing the pain home. But I need you to listen today. Ultimate goal. Now take a picture right here. See what I did after coma, when we came home to our home, found it's not our home anymore. They got stolen. What do we do? Well, Best Buy gave me $25,000 in cash credit. No, $25,000 of supply credit. Went in, bought a computer, got the Visa gift card, slide through my phone, and I rebuilt myself in about 6 weeks. I got 3 divisions in me and 5 closet divisions. That means I built $1 million of credit. You see, I've been building this since I was a little kid. It's about 10 million. Would you like to play? All right, credit is a tool. Some people abuse it and use it, so let's not do that. See, this supply credit can turn to cash and get you about $51,000 of credit, so you can go over here and balance your debt. You can't rip off your credit or be a crook, so the bottom line, you're supposed to be responsible people. 750 is waiting for you. What do we get to do? Analyze. Analyzation is one of the most important things to me, because then I can tell you exactly what you need to do for you. Here's an analyzation, okay? Here's one literally came up, start with 688. Look at the graph go up, all right, to 801 and 820. So would you like me to analyze you? I can change your life if you allow me to. Rapid rescore, we're going to do that as well. This was a 510, now it's a 757. So what do? You got to be part of the program. Nice lady. So you got a 651 with no possibility green lights. I do a rapid rescore to 750 green lights and build $1 million of credit. Up and away. Here's a bankruptcy case, unfortunately. All right, because this couple went to a bankruptcy attorney. They asked some questions, and they're thinking about debt consolidation. They didn't either one. But he did sell them a bankruptcy. But here's a problem. He sold them a bankruptcy they didn't really need, and they wiped out all their debt that they could have managed anyway. So here's what I did. I got him a $500 card during the bankruptcy, unsecured. I know you got 3 silly people on TikTok going, get Capital One secured. That's an inquiry, by the way. That's dropping your score, not bringing it up again. So if I can't get you a card, which is 98% of the time, I tell you Open Sky. Open Sky is no inquiry. So write down Open Sky, put $200 or spend $25, or let me do it for you anyway. So what do we get to do? Here's 11 collection accounts laid on a car payment. Here's $3,000 to balance your debt. We got to get caught up. We can't rip off the creditor. So rapid pushes scores up and away. In about 3 days or so, here's 96 points. Now, I did build credit for my cat as a stunt. You see, I was in Los Angeles at the Bonaventure every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. for 32 years. Ig Magazine asked me, simple, all right, and they basically came back and said, use plastic to finance your business. I looked at it this way. If a cat has 9 lives, so can I. Corporation, 9 divisions. So Intuit's out there and they buy Credit Karma December 3rd, 2020. Credit Karma is free, but they have no phone number to help you. I like to replace it with my new dashboards and 24-hour call center to do a great job for you. And I want to do it for free. We get to play the game to win. Now, please be careful because credit repair isn't fraud. Now, I didn't say that. The Federal Trade Commission said it. Credit Repair Organization Act. But again, you got CFPB, Consumer Protection Bureau, indicts Credit Repair Cloud. Dan was got to pay $3 million or go to prison. Well, so do yourself a favor. All right, go Google Section 611. That's all you got to do. So the word Section 611, we Google it today. It'll show you what you get to do. Now, LifeLock, I'd be careful there too. You see, they've been indicted 6 times. The last indictment's $100 million. So the goal is, let's see what we need to do. Let me analyze you today. Let me basically show you how to get a 750 score in 90 working days. And don't worry, I've been analyzing people for 49 years, over 55 million people. Friday and Saturday, you can go there live and watch me too. I can talk about your case number. So the Ray Reynolds University was my dream, my goal. All right, there's a Millionaire Founders Kit. I designed 12 book CDs for one for every month to master. So at the end of the year, you have $1 million company. If you want that 12 books and CDs, the office sells it for $1,000. I give it away for $4.99 half price. The real estate and the financial series office is $19.99. Me, I'm going to give it to you for $9.99. Take a picture of Zelle. Zelle, I love Zelle because it's now, Zelle. See, the banks got together July 6, 2022 to buy Zelle. Ray at racecredit.com transfers money right away. Now, I got specialty classes as well in rotation. This coming weekend, it's got Dun & Bradstreet. You see, these are specialty classes you get to go to. From here, what do? We get past go. I believe you're stuck. Let me show you some Lamborghinis, a Duffy. Let me show you basically a mansion. All right, white men do jumps, stupid people say we don't. More Lamborghinis, race boat, helicopter, U-Dock, yachts, and Ferraris. I call this race rules. So if you listen and learn, I can get you where you want to go, but it'll up to you to follow through, and you have to see it, believe it, go get it. So the goal is like these goodies here. Problem, they kept telling me my loan to value problem, so I put in my divisions. Got rid of that problem pretty quick. So here's about $500,000 of goodies if you want. From here, these goodies are a division process as well. I like division process, how I brought in millions and billions. So what do we do? The Ray Rollins University. All right, what do you get? The big building, the Lamborghini, all the goodies. So we got choices today. The mansion in the harbor. And the biggest problem I had is 3 yachts, 2 race boats, a Duffy, and a Sea-Doos. I wanted it in my own backyard. So the goal, I had to get that U-Dock, the largest house in Huntington Harbor. There's a Duffy. I got to take the CFO on Friday and Saturdays to Captain Jack's for steak and lobster. And of course, that CFO is my wife. So again, what are you going to do? When you have everything you want, when I was 26, I was afraid. I get fat, ugly, and die. I thought I was going to die by the time I was 27 years old. So I like goodies. You like goodies yet? All right, we get to have some more fun. Now, if you want, you can partner with me to do things too. There's me hitting my head at the light, kicking the light that night. Guinness Book of Records guy came in and said, "Where's the wires?" It kind of pissed me off. So I kicked out the lights, just jumped out one, boom, booyah. Well, by the way, the light's 13 feet. From there, we can do what we want if we put our mindset together. Now, this is my grandfather who didn't care either. Sorry, I wish he did, because he won the Olympics in 1932, gymnastics in Los Angeles. They called him Coach Bishop, Roosevelt High. Oh, well, I think he looks like Al Capone. But again, what do? I don't hear the word no. No means they don't know how. So you could actually go to with me 6 days a week, and I can help you up and away, free and pay classes as well as some coaching programs too, if you want to follow through. So you can get some goodies. I like goodies. Do you like goodies too? So again, what do we get to do? You're probably 45 to 75 years old. You played it safe. You never took a chance. Or maybe you got your assets kicked. So what's the biggest problem you got? I think your biggest mistake was you, or your lack of commitment, and you didn't follow through and fight through the pain. Or I think you probably gave up on you. So guess what we get to do today? We're going to reload ourselves and go get it. So there's me broadcasting to my basically radio TV show, all right, basically before pandemic in Las Vegas, having fun with about $10 million credit on the table. What am I going to tell you every time? Always good. I got to keep that mindset no matter what you say and what I do. From there, I got to say, thank you, Jesus. Pretty simple. So again, write down today's date. Let's work on it for 90 working days. Let's see it, believe it, go get it. Let's take away excuses. Now, usually I'm basically $3,000 an hour and $25,000 a day. Big companies pay me that all the time. Today, if you want a phone call of 15, 20 minutes with me, I'll do it very simple for $3.99. But again, what do we want to do? Blueprint you. Husband, wife, and partner in life. If I can blueprint you, I can rebuild you. Kind of like Humpty Dumpty. The office sales a blueprint call for $19.99. If you want, right now during this broadcast, it's $9.99 if you Zelle right away. If not, call the office and they'll process your order for $19.99. Now let's think about the United States of America Incorporated. You see, they planned their, day. They invented a Chapter 9 bankruptcy. So that means they can wipe out the debt and stay in business. You watch 11 cities so far fall bankruptcy. So let's play the right way. It's called We the People. We could have learned to play a long time ago. But what did you do? Please stop bringing the pain home. So let's look at some people just like you. Here's Glenn, who lived in his car for 3 years. He lost his job, his wife divorced him and broke his heart. Better women around the corner. New corp, brand new house, brand new truck. Put him on my radio and TV show. Here's Ricky Dicky Ross, got him $3 million. From there, here's Thomas, was in prison for what, 26 years. Brand new dump trucks in 6 months. Michael, God rest his soul. Arnold, all right, from there. Presidents, all right, Costner. Giovanni for Pixar. College professor. All right, Superman for Gold's Gym. Kurt Cobain, and we got her $1 million too as well. So no matter where you come from, we can rebuild you like Humpty Dumpty. And you got to understand something. I even do Lakers, Clippers, and Angels and Dodgers too. But again, this is like this guy here. I'm sorry, this guy's not being man. This guy needs to go to the church for the food for the kids, Uber, DoorDash, or Lyft. Go get some money. Have a garage sale. I'm sorry, this is ridiculous. You see, he's got to man up. Me, I lost my life and all my goodies, all right, about 16 years ago. But I have my 3 divisions of me and my 5 classic divisions. So I built $1 million of credit in 6 weeks, bought my wife her next dream house. Why do people stay down when they don't have to? So the goal is very simple today. The division of me bought that Lamborghini, not corp division. I guarantee it is a division as well. If I have an you-know-what day, I get to disconnect, isolate, corporate, put it over here. Can't save it, get rid of the piece. Why does everybody let themselves be the piece and they all get beat up? You allowed yourself to be the only piece. No, 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 no. You signed a lease of a building, it's a division. Every property is a division. The SS4 was designed to receive money and not pay tax. It was profitable. The Fair Lending Act, you can daisy chain credit. I mean, you can get 1 car, you get 99 more. How many would you like? See, the problem with you is you don't know how to play the game to win. But that's on you. I've been teaching and preaching for 49 years. Where the blank you been? Your corporation today, if you have one, you look online, Secretary of State's website. I believe it's there. And what happens? It's got your name on it. When they sue you, and you probably use your home address too. I call that silly and dumb. Why don't you use a mailbox to set your shared office space? So if we put our ducks in a row, all right, simple, because right now when they sue that, they sue you. When they sue that corp, they sue you, and that basically sucks. Why don't we create a line of defense so we can protect our ass? But it's up to you. So let's understand that 750 is waiting for you. All right, let's understand. Add you to my credit system. Let me rebuild you because it's 2025. We run, we don't look back, and we always tell ourselves simple, 10 times a day, we will accomplish our goals. So let's think about something today. Do you want to be a millionaire? Please say no. I know these silly people on TikTok being rich. No, sorry. They're not rich. Their corporations might be rich. They're saying it wrong anyway. They're confusing the world. So I don't want you to be a millionaire. I want you to be a millionaire corporation. Make more sense? I would like you to understand boring and steady. So have somebody drive you around the city today. You're in the passenger seat and look at these things every busy street. Why don't you own them? Put on that visor and ask yourself a question. You have wasted $50,000 to $100,000 and pissed it away. You could have owned the Wendy's restaurants down the street, storage unit, gas station, something, all run by third-party management. So you could actually let me and the Ray Reynolds Investment Group, LLP, play with you. I'll help you do it. We'll do it together. I'll do it for you. See, I take away your excuses, all right, because I am the expert in auto income. So what do? We get some goodies. I like goodies. You like goodies? This is just the auction list. This is HUD working with basically Chase/repo list. What do we get to do? Play. We can actually take a line of credit, literally, and go buy a property in 15 different states under 100,000. You could play. What are you trying to do? 3 divisions, 3 properties, and get you $100,000 a month. And you start at maybe 5,000, 10,000 at a time. Then the next city, the next state. So the auto income. Oh, storage units, car wash. How about the dry cleaner? How about the laundromat? See, these are ran by third party. You could actually do one every division and play the game to win. My first storage unit I did years ago when I was 19 and a half with my ex-father-in-law, Dr. Robert Soltis, who ran the LA school board. No problem. When I do this, I was giving him some money. He didn't have any money. He used the credit to write off. Jack in the Box, we do one of those. Gas station. You don't see the owner running the gas station, do you? Well, what do you get to do? Auto income, third-party management company. So when I had my 22,000 payphones, it was great. Average about $300 a month per unit, but then they came up with these. The ones in prison are still good. You've got governors in different states that want to do EV charging stations, even have government-sponsored programs for you. So you could play that way too. So if you like, I have a system or it's a location. We can help you or do it together or for you, but it'll be up to you. You see, I believe you need auto income. So let's invest the corporate credit I build you, and that way you don't have to anybody run it, third-party management company run it for you. You're just an investor. So what do we get to do? If you do something like this, it requires 100,000 of credit. This is 50. You might need 2 of these. Well, here's a couple of million. You need those too. So either way, we have to fight through the pain to accomplish the goal. Let's understand. Ray Reynolds, that's me. Auto income. We take a corporation, we go get a $100,000 card. Could be one of these or more. What do? We daisy chain the credit to get it per every division. So if I have a corp in 9 divisions and they each have 100,000, is that $1 million? And then what do? Each division should own a piece of something. That's right. See, this at the end of the day gets you $100,000 to $1 million a month. And what do you look at? Financial freedom. If you want something, take a picture of that now, please. That should be literally on your refrigerator, your office. That's your goal. From there, it takes $100,000, all right, literally a corporate credit to get that started right away. What do? This is the ones that I want you to play with. Auto income. We can do it for you again, or you can do it you. So let's understand John. John took 4 months to get 26,000 up on an automatically on a monthly base. 4 months after he had it all set up. From there, we basically understand Robert, 35,000. Then we got literally Dave did 96,000. Katie did 224. Now David took basically 8 months. So as long as you stayed to the course, you're going to reach your goal. There's no excuse for you anymore. So if you do anything with me today, make sure you take that picture. It is a Zell. Let's think about Freddie Mac. 203K. How about HUD? How about locations? How about DSCR loans? Either way, we're going to finance it and want to be the bank, right? Shouldn't we all be the bank? That's the ultimate goal. From there, if you want your credit, basically what? CFO level, we got to get you a $10,000 card. 1 or 2 for up to 10,000. We need to do a rapid rescore. Then I want to dispute everything you have negative for 9 months for free. We're going to charge you $14.99. If you did it today and you want to go to classes on Friday or Saturday, you'd get a discount literally to $9.99. And that would be something you want to do right away to never bring the pain home. Ultimate goal. That gets you to CFO level. Now, if we have a starter package, this is simple. You have a corporate bill, the one you got, or I hand you one for free. You pay your filing fee. Let's rebuild you like Humpty Dumpty. But the next thing we have to understand is, I want to give you 25,000 in cash credit. We're going to charge you $24.99. I'd like to give you 10 times your money back. Analyze you, add history, pop credit. The ultimate goal. Now, if that was done today, the extra discount for you is $19.99. You save another $500, but what do? You get stuck with me on Friday and Saturday too. There's your Zell. All right, now if you want to call the office right away, 800-254-9506. All right, they probably charge you a 5% fee. Ask them maybe they can look at that as well. What do we get to do? Rebuild it like Humpty Dumpty. All right, understand. I believe you need 100,000 of personal credit. Corporation starts with that and builds more. I like to repackage you my way, rebuild you personal credit, 750 score, and then we want to go get that green spark card up to $100,000, and then 2 sisters for 30. That's 160 times 9. Is that $1 million? How about B of A's 3 cards? Wells Fargo's 4. How about Inc has 5? How about Gold Card? So if we did this correctly and daisy chain the credit, we could get up to $5.4 million of credit just on cash cards. We could go play with the bank, get a line of credit too. So again, we have the money to get the honey. These are my 5 favorite banks, by the way. But again, that's up to 5.4 million. So we could play, and divisions give us justification on a business plan to project 1 million in sales. I like that. It makes more sense to me. So the money making machine could be you and the $1 million maker, but it takes corporate division process. So if we play this game, for instance, let's say I get you American Express Platinum card. Would you like the employee card? Would you like the division card, or would you like the personal one? Would you like all 4? You got to let us know. Would you like the gold card that way? Now, understand all applications for 17 years now all have division process on a corporate application right in front of you. Now, here's basically American Express asking me if I want 99 more cards. Look at it right there. It's ridiculous. But they'll actually give you 99 more cards. So you need 2 for you, and you need the corporation divisions as well. What are we looking to do? Get the line of credit personally, American Express. Then we want the blueprint loan for $250,000. Then we want to take the corporate credit, leverage the money, and buy our lifetime income, because borrow money is not taxable. Could you imagine what you're learning today? Or it's more than you ever learned anywhere on this planet. And if you did it a long time ago, where would you be today? Getting that franchise, getting those pieces of property. So manageable debt offsets taxes, 100,000 of personal, auto income, and $1 million corporate credit. And we leverage the money to get more honey. Today is one of the last times I'm going to do this. I had poor people on Saturday say, can I do this on Monday? If I offer it on Monday, that means I can only offer it to everybody. $100,000 of credit, personal business, we normally charge 10%. The discounted price right now is $79.99. If you did it while you're on webinar, that means now, not next week, not an hour from now, you get a 50% discount. It is $4,999. But again, that's a 50% discount if you did it during the webinar. It's a now. And that gets you that 100,000 for auto income. So what do we do next? Well, let's see. If you're in a program currently, you paid $1,000 for getting CFO level, or a rebuild, or you basically what? MIM, million in the making. Today, I'm going to allow you to pay the difference. If you paid $1,000, you can send over $4,000. You get the $100,000. If you paid $19.99, you send $300,000 or $3,000. Again, $24.99, $24.99. That's offered today if it was done right away. $50,000 in credit normally is 10%, $5,000. Discount is $39.99. But today, I'm giving it to you for $24.99. It's 50% off if it was done right away. From there, the $25,000, no problem. What is it? The discount is $12.50. I want to help you get to where you want to go, but it's going to be up to you to follow through. All right, again, that's what you need to do. There's your Zelle, ray@raycredit.com. Put RW in your Zelle. From there, you can call the office at 800-254-9506. Ultimate goal. So it's like the coaching programs. They're fun watching people change their lives. If you're coaching with me, it's very simple. Your file's on my desk, and we look at it every 5 days. We look at credit, loan, and money. Write it down, credit, loan, and money. Your corporation should never do business. It should be a management company, manage a franchise or an apartment complex divisions. You create the line of defense financial freedom. This helps you build anywhere from $10,000 to $100,000 a month. So it's like the flippity dippity doos. When I was 21, I got tired of that because I realized the buyer is a liar, the agent and the broker too. The contractor, oh my goodness, they cut corners every time they could when they're trying to do it for you. You see, the reality is like in 2008, all these ding-dongs used stated income, countrywide and all that crap. They screwed it up for everybody. I sold a car. I took a deposit. I carried the original loan, and I made the difference in between, which is $413 a month for 7 years. When I sold a house, I basically just signed a mortgage and I got $1,200 for 30 years. I just want to be the bank. Don't you want to be the bank and learn to play and split deed all your apartment complexes too? write down assignment of mortgage, auto income, write down assignment of asset. We could actually play and manage that so you become a money-making machine. Now, let's say today we want to sell on Amazon and eBay. Well, maybe you want to sell supply and vendor credit, $100,000, $2 million. There's no bill up to 90 days. That's OPM money, Dun and Bradstreet. That's the class that's coming Saturday. So here we could sell on Amazon and eBay right away. All right, so if you have a corp, I'll hand you one for free. You pay your filing fee. If you have one, I'll build the cash credit for you. If you allow me, I'll up and away, put the foundation in place. It will be a corporate divisions. You'll stop bringing the pain home. We will put your ducks in a row, and then I'll repackage you my way because your way sucks. Sorry, that's how I feel. So what do we have to do? Corporation's a legal person, may sue or be sued. It's right there. Okay, well, the SS4 says legal name of entity, individual person. So the bank's bankrupt locations called branch number. Grocery stores have store number. Cities have what? The number 2 because they're controlled by the state. Wow. So if we could learn rules and tools, I'll bet you we could make sure we don't bring the pain home. Should have 3 divisions of you. The only form I can find that says banking and credit purposes per entity. How many would you like? See, your corporations allow 4 things. Raise rules, in my opinion. Do what you want. I believe you can buffer tax. No tax due to you profitable. All corporate credits are write-off interest rate and credit card. Cards fleet price. Hotel gets a free buffet. That's all you should do. Next thing is the division process and line of defense. They're cheap, multiple functions, buy at wholesale price, multiple credit reports, and real estate separate liability. See, there's always a bad tenant. So why don't we set up the line of defense so it doesn't kick your assets? Corporate umbrella, ultimate goal. So we could play because the lack of knowledge is why people do stupid things all the time. So guess what we get to do? Now, my problem in the late 80s, I had 53 million of credit. They're shrinking my limits. It's scaring the crap out of me. What did I do? Simple. I loaned out money. I created cash flow free per time. Even put it in my book as well too. You know, someone's trying to use it as well. So let's think. Every division I set up, I took literally 41 divisions, 4.6 million of that credit, dissected it, loaned it out, and created 190,000 a month. My second matrix was 16 million. Then I did one for 32 million. So I used the money to become what? The corporation and get the honey, the goodies. That's what makes sense. Dissecting through the division process. That was in 98, by the way. So do you want to be a millionaire? The answer is no. Do you want to be a millionaire corporation? Oh, yeah. With separate liability, every address and every piece of property, we get to win the game of business and do it again and again. But again, it's like the financial series. Tax balancing, become the bank, buckets of money. So we can play, and I'll teach you how to do this every step of the way. Now, here's what I did in 87. I set up the dashboard that allows me to do credit files, SPEAR and China Equifax under a tax ID. Then after the credit's billed in daisy chain, then we'll get a tax ID. Each division is like it's you times what many you want it to be. So here we have divisions using 999. So here's 3 with or without credit, 9, all right, or 12. So take a picture, and if you did that today, that's your discount. If you did it right away. From there, it's a Zell, or you can call the office at 800-254-9506. I believe every division should be known as a bucket of money. The Ray Reynolds University, my dream and my goal. From there, add you to my credit system. From there, I believe what you do with your driver's license insurance registration is weird. You get in a bumpty bump. Problem, the car should be registered in the first place, but you hand the driver's license, insurance, registration out to a stranger. Would you please stop doing that? I think that's called a dumb. You're actually all intelligent. Same thing with the police officer. You don't have to give them the address. Privacy Act. So a car should be fleet price tax ID division. That's what it should be. When you buy that house, please don't put 2 people on the loan. It should be a married person, sold separate property, and the division should be the property and the registered owner to a car. But if you don't listen to me and you sign it together with you and your spouse, no problem. When you lose it, don't worry. The creditor reports it to the IRS as a 1099-C. So now you both got shitty credit. Unfortunately, that sucks. So if we took every property as a division, we look at Amazon didn't pay tax on $10 billion. We look at the house paying offset taxes, and we could play the game to win. Now they've got trillions of dollars. So what do? There's no loophole. We get to do what we're allowed to do. We watched him borrow $44 billion from 3 banks. It's not sitting in the bank, he has to borrow against it. But again, what he did, he's got these spaceships too. He's the richest guy on the planet. This guy just launched a spaceship the other day as well. So guess what we get to do? We get to play the game to win. But again, what do you get to do? You can join the club. You can win the battle if you want to. I look at it this way: pay tax, buy a Lamborghini. Pay tax or buy a Lamborghini made sense to me. But again, today your paycheck is taxable income, right? After you get the leftover, you pay car, gas, registration, insurance. Say no. Drive a company car. Pay for that before tax is considered. But that's up to you to become that CFO. So I don't want to pay tax, Ray. Well, then stop it. If you want to go to prison for 3 years like Wesley Snipes did, and 18 million out of his pocket, and people go, who's that again? They forgot him already. You can't play peekaboo with the IRS making a mess. Sorry to say, it's true. You got to step up to the plate. You want to buy and save up to 70%? No problem. It's a division process. Line of defense. They don't bill you up to 90 days. And what do you get to do? Get it to about $15 million of credit. So you could actually play the game to win if you want to. But again, that's going to be up to you. What are you willing to lose? Yeah, I finally got a family and 6 kids and 13 grandkids. No, thank you. Corporation, no. Division? A division is where we get checkmate. We get to win every time, no matter if it's good or bad. But again, we don't bring the pain home. So that's going to be up to you. So I look at it reaching the dream, think to be the impossible. I've done it all my life. And I train people to be millionaires through CFO corporations and division process. That's the ultimate goal for every one of you. So remember, I told you to take that picture to be a CFO. What do we get to do? I'm sorry, don't take it personally. But again, bullshit doesn't pay our bills. 87% of you have too many excuses. This means if I told you to get $2,500, get you all your solutions and problems and all your goals will be accomplished, you go, I can get that. If you can get that, then you go get that. Unfortunately, a lot of people, after they say yes, it becomes a no. So again, Bill, like basically Katie. All right, everybody can do what they did because that's what I teach and preach how to do it. But that was literally 1 year and 62 days. Literally almost 110,000 a month. Almost what, $1 million what? On kind of fun, $1.3 million. So let's play the game and understand all I had to do is start with a little starter card for $2,500, $25,000. So if $2,500 gets you $25,000, and you can juggle that to get more, what are you waiting for? Win the lottery, get a raise? So if you need a shell corporation from last year, age, change the name, whatever you want to do, anywhere you want to go, we charge $5,000 for them. So again, if you need a phone call with me, it's $399 today. Blueprinting you, got to do that right away. It's the only way I can create the list, right? Daily, weekly, and project list to get you where you want to go. Office sales are for $19.99. Today, if you want it, it is $9.99. Long as it's sold right away. There's your Zell. So let's understand coaching programs are fun. We get to do what? Hold your hand every step of the way. If I'm coaching you, we're looking at boring and steady, which I'm going to show you how to do your own, or we do it together, or we do it for you. Either way, we accomplish the goal. No more excuses. But again, that's up to you to look through your heart in your city today on the busy street. Let's thank the investment group, LLP. What do we get to do? Well, with the experts in auto income, so you get to play with me. What do? We look at what? All the things around us. I don't want to run it. I just want to own it. I want to be the bank. That's what makes sense to me. I told you earlier to draw this and take a picture. See, that's how you get to 100,000 to $1 million a month. But again, what do? We got to be serious about it. Auto income requires 100,000 in corporate credit. Again, that's what it takes. So if you want to partner up, We do it together, or do it for you, or do it basically on your own. I'll help and guide you. But that's what we offer to people in our coaching programs. So again, these are auto income businesses. So what do we get to do? Well, my system gets to find locations. You get to decide what you want. And then we put it through the escrow. The ultimate goal is getting what the goodies, what I saw, goodies for money for honey. Work through the process and get to the escrow. Today, it's a 50% discount. If it was done today, it cannot be done this coming weekend because it's already March. And we offered it to February. So what do? Here's a mini coaching. This means we blueprint you, coaching call after that, 10,000 in cash credit, and a rapid rescore. Well, the office sales are for $4,000. The 50% discount to you is if you Zelle $19.99 right away, you would get that mini coaching for you. Again, it's up to you. This is only during the webinar. If you want 6 weeks, we want to blueprint you. We want to basically understand 25,000 of credit. We want to basically expedite the rapid and do all the classes with you too, up to basically what? 90 days. That is basically for that 6 months, 6 weeks, is $6,000, $1,000 a week. It is a Zelle. 800-254-9506. So let's understand, if you want to get more serious, 3, 6, and 12 months, then we have to change our goal. Why? Because the IRS says 5 million below a small company. So we changed the goal to 5 million. And we work together to go get the goodies for you. But again, it's going to be up to you to follow through. From here, if you want the 3, 6, or 12 months, the goal is increase limits, daisy chain credit across the board for every division you want as well. And what happens is simple. Increasing limits, daisy chaining, phone calls every other week. That would be the ultimate goal. From there, 3 months coaching literally is $9,000. You get $50,000 of bonus credit. If we're going to go 6 months, it's $16,000. Bonus credit's $100,000. If you went 12 months, it's $32,000, and your bonus credit's $200,000. It is a Zelle, bank transfer, wire deposit. From here, the 750 is waiting for you. That means we have to analyze you. That means we've got 750, got to get you some cards up to $10,000. Wrap a rescore, block the what, and all the disputes for 9 months. So $14.99 is your price today if it was done right away. If you're going to go to class Friday or Saturday or both, then that becomes $9.99. Another savings for you, never bring the pain home. If we play, now that makes you CFO level. So if we have to get you a corp, we'll do that, or you have one. What do? We build you like Humpty Dumpty. Analyzation and history pop credit. The ultimate goal. $19.99 today, which is more than 10 times your money. We take away all the excuses, by the way. You can call 800-254-9506. Help me, help you, and help other people. Referrals and affiliate program. We get to play the game to win. For me, I'm going to do my best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. The ultimate goal. So hopefully today you took some good notes. You listened, learned. The ultimate goal is what you need to do as well. Okay, thank you and hello to everyone. That's from Daniel. Okay, thank you for your prayers, Ray. And I need your help, please. Okay, no problem. I always take pictures of this. Okay, so I give this to the management team to find out if there's anything we do to help people too. So let's understand today. We do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. And at the end of the day, always remember, God loves us all.